Charlotte Mecklenburg. I'm at Pinewood Elementary with two wonderful teachers that are part of our iPad PLC, and I would love to have you introduce yourself and tell what grades you teach.
I'm Christina Mahar, and I teach 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade here at Pinewood.
And I see right here that we're inside of your iPad. This
Yes.
is a Google Classroom.
Google Classroom that I created.
Your Google Classroom
Yes.
that you created. And why don't we go back to the main screen so we can see all of the classes that you have there.
Okay. So so at the top I have my 4th grade scholars, and then I also have 3rd graders as well. So in the blue colors.
Now, is this a classroom that you made, or is it a classroom the classroom teacher made?
It's one that I made, and some of the reasons why I did that, they're in the classroom are doing choice boards. And the choice boards allows the kids to answer some really great evidence-based questions on the readings. So what I asked the teacher to do is to share those questions with me, and then they could then answer those questions within the book creator books we were creating, and then send it back to the teacher so that they were still completing their assignment within my class.
So that's wonderful. You had newcomers that would have really struggled with that in class, but you took an on-grade level expectation and used Book Creator to scaffold that so that they could show and demonstrate that they understood.
Right. And then everybody in the classroom, they were doing it on Chromebooks, and they didn't want to miss out. They were like, I really want to type it too. So I was like, well, we can do it with our iPads. So
we'll look at those books in just a minute. But right now we're just talking about the logistics of how do you share it. So you made the Book Creator book, which we'll talk about later in another video. But right now, this is how you're sharing it in the classroom and sharing it with the teacher as well?
Exactly.
So let's look at that.
Okay.
In your newcomers.
Yes. So unfortunately, I didn't discover this until kind of midway of the year, and I got into Google Classroom, so I don't have a lot of books within this. But what I started noticing the teachers telling me is a little bit of discrepancy where I would notice how vocal the children were in my classroom. And then the teacher would be a little bit confused as to what grade to give them within their classroom because they were so quiet and reserved and shy. And a lot of times they wondered, I don't think I can really give them much of a grade in the report card. So I said, well, actually, they're capable of a great deal, and I would love to share it with you. So this is why it really kind of pushed me to find a way to share it
and
in the
that
easiest
they say
way.
that, what do they say, the effective filter is lowered.
It is.
And we know this happens all the time. They feel safe in your classroom with their peers that are having the same issues, and they demonstrate a lot of talking, and they get back in the room and they're very inhibited. That's extremely normal.
Yes.
And I also think, unfortunately, it's normal for teachers to feel hesitant because they want something concrete to look at.
Right.
And this is a wonderful way to show them something concrete. In fact, when you showed them something through the classroom and they saw a book, what were their reactions?
Oh, they were very impressed. They had no idea. They were like, that's the most I've ever heard them speak at once ever. And so I'm like, yeah, they're more than capable. It's just it's going to take them a little time to be able to do it in front of all their peers.
Did it help the relationship with them and the student because they were able to talk about the book?
Well, what I love about our staff is they're so encouraging. So the moment that the teacher saw it and just raved and went on and shared with all the other teachers and all the kids, then it gave those kids the confidence they needed to say, okay, I didn't think it was that fabulous, but they really believe in me, so I'm so excited. And it really helped boost their confidence.
So this app, which is Google Classroom, built a bridge between the work that you were doing digitally in your room and built a relationship connection and an understanding in the classroom.
And it also instilled a leadership, too, because these kids were doing things that other children did not know how to do. Apps they had never heard of.
So their peers were like, what? How did you do that?
They were like, you've got to teach me. And one of my kids said, I showed one of my friends how to make a book creator book. I was like, that's fabulous. So they became leaders in their classrooms. And sometimes they don't have the opportunity for that.
And that builds their self-esteem.
It really does.
And makes them feel more confident to take risks.
Exactly.
And they learn more language that way.
They do.
So I see up here, tell me about these 3 areas as if we don't understand this app at all. Stream is like the classroom.
Yes. And so this is where I would make my assignments on my screen and send it to the students.
So this is like the classroom, what the student sees.
Exactly.
It says turn in your book creator book. That's the assignment. 3 are done. And 3 are not done.
Yes.
And so let's look at your students. You have your students, and is your school enrolled with Gmail or Gaggle? I know we're getting
Gaggle,
and that's going to go to Gmail next year.
Yes. So it all goes to their Google account, and they all have their Google Drive.
Uh-huh.
So once I assign their work, I can then go to the student's work, and let's see, it's actually
back on the stream, maybe?
Yes.
When you press the student, it lets you email them.
There we go. And I actually click directly on the assignment.
Okay.
And then when you click on the assignment, I made that mistake. I always want to hit student. When you have to click on the assignment first, then you'll see this screen.
Okay.
That are my instructions. So you can be more detailed.
We're inside of the instructions.
We're inside of the assignment itself.
And this is the student work.
And then that's the student work. So when you click on student work, there are all the students there.
Uh-huh.
And then you can see, of course, the first student who I've highlighted, Catalina. There is her book creator book.
Now, are you able to download this onto your teacher iPad?
I am. So I'm able to send it to not only my teacher iPad, but to all the teachers in the classroom.
And this is a note that you wrote her?
Yes. So I give her a little grade and a little word of encouragement. So that goes to her in her email. And then when you can look at it either one of two ways. If I were to click on the play button itself, that one, it would then play the book creator book within my app.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's one way. If I like, what I usually do is I really want to check their fluency. So it allows me just to take home my iPad and check their work. And I don't have to take a bag full of stuff.
Just to be clear, because you're the teacher of this, and there's a folder on your drive where this is also inside of the classroom folder on your drive.
Exactly. So it's almost like a little e-portfolio if I need to ever go back and reference to them and say, okay, this is what they were capable of at the beginning of the year. This is how they've improved, and you can kind of have evidence of that so that you can show growth.
And you put these points in when you create the assignment.
Yes, so that they can then have a grade of my own. And then the teacher can then decide if she wants to choose that same grade or she might want to grade it a little differently. But if I press this top button right here, then it will go straight to my Google Drive.
Which you have to have that app on your device right now to be able to go there.
So you have to have that app. And then once I have that app, it allows these same book creator books we've created with all the
I love that.
questions and tests and everything.
Don't you love how you can see the image of the book?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And you were also saying, and we'll see in the next video, how you kind of help yourself organize inside of Book Creator which book is which kid.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because
so that
right
helps
now
a lot.
it just says everybody. And you can come in and rename these if you wanted to.
And make folders per student. Mm-hmm.
Just come back so we can see we're inside of the Google Drive app.
Yes. So we're in Google Drive.
Oh, you know what? Why don't you talk about this before we close up our discussion?
Okay.
Because you're a personalized learning school, right?
Yes, we are.
And so when that first started, you had a lot of teachers saying, what do I do with
the newcomers?
Right.
That was the big scare.
Personalized learning, when you walk into a classroom, it's a lot of independent pairings, small groups. People are working on different things. And so the teachers at first were like, what do I get them to do?
And one of the pioneers of personalized learning is Jaylee Walters, and she and I were speaking about it because I really love the idea of personalized learning, and she showed me her pathway. So this is stemmed from her idea. So when I saw her pathway, I thought, oh my goodness, I can adapt this for a newcomer for all the areas. So what I did is, you can see on the screen, you see literacy, math, for math workshop, science workshop, and writer's workshop.
Okay.
So, and reader's workshop. So I can just go into one, like, for example, reader's workshop.
And I just want to note that you have the Google Doc app. That's why it moved over into the app. You wouldn't be able to see it if you didn't have the app.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pathway. And I learned that a pathway we also have Jillian Daly here, her colleague. And hello, Jillian. I learned that a pathway has choice involved. Mm-hmm. And I saw that on your center earlier, that there's choice where playlist is a sequential order. So is that how you understand it?
Yes. So that's exactly how they had it set up, and like these directions she had is what she wrote, and so I translated into Spanish so that she would have that same layout. The whole third grade team had the same layout. So what I did was I really knew that they were working on two things. I had this content areas book that they use a lot in the classroom that the teachers like to have the kids work on vocabulary with, and then the Reading A to Z book.
So I see how you have must do and then a choice. I saw that on your poster as well. And just to be clear, did you do this with Word and then upload it to the drive and convert it into a doc? Did you use Google Draw to create this image here?
You know what? I did it all within the drive.
Just
in
inserting
the
boxes
document.
and arrows and shapes.
And I just went to like Bing Image and found the app picture so that it would be easy for the kids to quickly recognize where they're supposed to be going and what apps they're supposed to be using or what work they're supposed to be working on, and I just inserted it in there. So it didn't take very long. And I actually kept the apps on there. Here we go.
So you can use them another time.
Yes, so like on this one, so that I can go back, and this is shared with the teacher, so they can then edit as they wish.
That's wonderful.
So they could really personalize it. So it's really nice. And then I took it a step further and made my own newcomer pathway for my classroom, because I'm like, well, if they're doing this, I kind of want to do it too. So this is what my newcomer pathway looks like, where they have to do create a book, and then of course they are responsible for filling out the information.
You could assign this in the Google Classroom so they could see it as
well. Exactly. So
I see it's bilingual.
It's bilingual. It's broken down by day, and it's a guide for them. They know I broke it down by day because some of my students really need that. Some of mine, they do their own thing. They might do Monday and Tuesday's work, take care of something else, and add to their book on Wednesday, and then do things out of order. As long as their assignments are done at the end of the week, it's fine.
That's wonderful.
So it really allows them to take ownership.
A lot of independence.
It is, yeah. It's very student driven, so I love it.
Now, as we wrap up this conversation, I got to see your leader, Jill Thompson, talk to us about personalized learning. And in fact, I just want both of you to know that our ESL department talks about your school. Pinewood is I think it's just a very authentic place, and everyone just loves the work that you're doing and really celebrates it outside of your school as well. And I just wanted to know, have you seen the work that she's doing gathering playlists of around the district? Have you seen where she's been collecting that?
No, I haven't.
I want to show that to you guys, and I also want to encourage you to share these with her.
Okay, great.
Because it may benefit everyone. So I'm just going to come here, and I'm going to go into CMS Learns.
I do remember an email about this.
Personalized learning.
Oh, great.
And, you need to make sure and put your name on it so you can get credit. But right here is like the big ideas, and I think you guys have like a sheet of paper talking about which cornerstone you're going to be working on, right? This is in the toolkit. She has all of these resources, and I believe it's under Playbook right here.
Oh, okay.
And this is how you can submit, and I think these are the documents, and you could actually come in and click on these and download them onto your drive. So I'm just going to click here, and up here at the top right it'll say add to your drive, and you could add that to your drive. And I've already added it to my drive, but see, these are things that other people in the personalized learning are creating, and they're all there for you to take. And these they own this. Yeah. But if you put it on your drive and you make a copy, you own the copy.
Right.
So I just want you to, when you guys are looking at this summer and thinking about ideas, come in here and grab all of this work. And I also want you to look at submissions and share with her, because these resources could help all the personalized learning schools, and you could stop being selfish. Just kidding. Keeping it all here at Pinewood, right?
Well, we would love to share. Yeah, absolutely.
So go here and see what you can do about sharing.
Okay.
And I think you'd help a lot of teachers to even just have that idea of how do I do that in my classroom.
Right. Well, we would love to do that.
And I'm so proud of the work that you guys have done here.
Oh, thank you. Well, it stemmed from the great leadership that you guys gave us. So we're very grateful. None of it would have happened without you.
We all have to collaborate and share and bring each other up,
Yep. And it's amazing what it's doing for the students. So
we are going to sign off on this video, because we're getting ready to move into a webinar, and I'm going to call this Google Classroom. And I hope you have a wonderful summer.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Jillian, say bye. All right. Bye.